Hi, I'm Dr. Kate Holcomb with Pure Dermatology. I went to Tulane for 3 different degrees. My undergrad, I have a Master's of Public Health, and I went to medical school there. And I own my dermatology practice with one of my very good friends from Tulane, Dr. Mara Hazeltine.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mara Hazeltine, owner of Pure Dermatology. I have quite a few degrees from Tulane. I moved from Lafayette to New Orleans in 1995 to go to undergraduate at Tulane, where I graduated in '99. Then I continued on to Tulane Med School, where I got my MPH at the same time and finished in '03. And then I also continued to do my residency at Tulane and finished that in '08. So I met Dr. Holcomb in 1995 when I went to Tulane, and we really kept in touch all these years and circled back to be in practice together 20-some years later. Well, first off, Tulane gave me a very strong foundation in science and medicine. And I found at Tulane undergrad, there was never a class I couldn't get into if I approached a teacher, or there was never a teacher that I couldn't discuss a hard problem with. And independence and hard work was really encouraged.
The breadth of diversity in students that exists at Tulane and the type of classmates that I had, some people were just getting out of college. I even had someone in my class who was starting Tulane Med School and they weren't even 21 yet, going all the way to people who had second or even third careers. And so getting to interact with that group of people really makes you think outside the box and teaches you to respect all different types of people and to learn to work together. And I think that does prepare you to be an entrepreneur. Also, the staff at Tulane, from the professors to the assistant staff, everyone is very approachable, and learning to work as a team really prepares people for, ultimately, if they're going to be an entrepreneur, how to treat their organization and how to view their organization, and also to treat their employees with respect, because you can't build something great without a team. I would offer to anyone starting their own venture, I would say you gotta go for it. Even going for something and maybe that thing failing is going to teach you the next time you go for something else. And for people who enjoy being entrepreneurs, you hear all the time about, they had to fail in order to succeed. And I absolutely attest to that. There definitely have been things in the practice that, we tried and failed. And if we hadn't tried them, we wouldn't have grown to where we are now. So go for it.
So Dr. Holcomb and I have been friends since 1999. We were sorority sisters at Tulane undergrad. Probably, too many memories to discuss there. In med school, we were friends as well. We kind of flip-flop years. Went to a lot of Mardi Gras, a lot of parties, a lot of block parties, as I've previously mentioned. And then what was really fun, I think, is when we were residents. So Dr. Holcomb was in New York, I was in New Orleans, and every year we'd have 1 or 2 big resident meetings. And it was almost as if the Tulane residents and the residents from St. Luke's Roosevelt, where Kate was from, would merge into one big program. We would do everything together. We found a way to merge our programs, and it was so fun and so great.
So I have one memory of meeting Dr. Hazeltine, and I have another memory that we still perpetuate to this day. So one memory is that Dr. Hazeltine and I were sorority sisters, but we kind of weren't like your traditional sorority sisters. Dr. Hazeltine had an eyebrow piercing, and she always packed on a bunch of jewelry. She would have, big long earrings and a bunch of rings and necklaces. And I always thought she looked so super cool, but I never would have had ever the guts to go and get an eyebrow piercing. And so even I remember when we met being oh, that girl is so cool. We really stress the importance of approachability and education. And for every touch point in our practice, so from the moment you walk in, it looks like a fun hotel lobby where you might want to catch a drink with your friends. And as you go through the office, it's very well lit and bright with bright colors and beautiful art. And the staff is trained and also encouraged to get to know patients and talk a little bit about themselves, ask the patients questions, because we believe the more that we make patients comfortable, the more they're going to bring up their concerns, the more that they're going to be at ease when they have to undergo a biopsy or when we deliver bad news. And we think that gives us better outcomes as well. As far as the education part, we aim to educate from many fronts. So even before you step foot in our office, you receive a welcome email that tells you about the practice. Once you're established in the practice, we have a chain of emails that explains certain unique points of our practice or how to access certain types of information. When patients leave, they're given a handout explaining exactly what the doctor said and what drugs they're going to be using or what prescriptions they're given, or even what skincare recommendations have been made. And our staff, one of our biggest points to our staff is them knowing about every single procedure that we offer, every single type of skincare we have, so that they can educate patients on the telephone or even in the room when the doctor is not there.